everyone, welcome back to Dog Q&A. Today I was just going to talk a little bit about resource guarding and an issue we had with Sammy recently that may not seem obvious at first of the cause of it, but it's something we've learned over time, and I'm hoping it'll help give you insight maybe into your own dog's resource guarding. So when we got Sammy, I could tell he had been on the street at least for some point of his life. He was about a year old when we got him. And he was just a scavenger. And if you've ever had a dog like that, you understand what I'm saying. They just take things. And all the training and behavior modification and management in the world does not erase it. You can make it better, but it never goes away entirely. And he did also exhibit some resource guarding with food and occasionally with something extremely high value like a toy that he thought our other dog wanted. But mostly it's food. So we have encountered something, what I'm about to explain to you, a few times now. And it happened recently, so I wanted to do a video about it to help just give more insight into the behavior. So what happened was we changed him to a different food. And it was actually a much better food, but I think what it does is it's lean, high protein, and it gives our dogs a lot more energy. So I think he's more just amped up in general, has more energy, more drive, more everything, and it makes him what we call a little weird. And what I mean by that is when our other dog comes into the area, if there's something nearby, he'll grab it. That's not his norm. He's not really a resource guarder, hoarder type dog anymore, but this food made him become more that way. And we had to take him off the food and put him back on this kibble that we had because it kind of tempers that a little bit. So the only thing I can think is that I think the food was leaner and he was just hungrier. So when he's hungrier, he's more likely to guard anything, even if it's not food. So for example, there was a toy on the floor, which are there all the time. We rotate them to keep them interesting, but our other dog went by and he immediately gave her a warning, kind of charged and lunged at her and warned her, grabbed the toy and wandered off. And that was unusual, and I hadn't thought about the food yet. Then he also, I think somebody was petting him, and maybe he was tired or something, and he kind of growled a little bit. We're like, well, that's weird. He usually doesn't do that. And then someone else reached down to pet him, and he snapped. And we're like, okay, that's very unusual. That does not happen. So I had to think about, okay, what is going on here? He's acting strangely in general. And the only difference was the food. So I took him off the food, put him back on his old food. Immediately, he's back to normal. He doesn't guard anymore. He doesn't, here, buddy. He doesn't protect his toys. He's not even a toy-driven dog. But when he gets into that guarding mode, he starts to become possessive over everything, even if he doesn't really want it. So, hopefully that gives you a little insight into what may be causing your dog's resource guarding behavior. You have to think about the underlying issue because resource guarding is a fear-based behavior. It's the dog saying, I don't want my stuff to go away, so I'm going to hoard it. And that's why taking stuff away from a resource guarding dog doesn't help. It actually makes the problem worse. So if a dog is guarding their food, I have people throw better things into the bowl from a safe distance that doesn't exacerbate the problem, but just toss in maybe a piece of chicken or bacon or something your dog really likes And then your approach becomes something good and amazing versus you trying to take things away, and your approach means stuff is going away. So just a couple of thoughts I wanted to throw out there. And I just think switching Sammy to a leaner food made him hungrier and a little more protective of stuff because he was afraid. He wasn't, not afraid. That's human language. He just became more possessive over things because he was hungrier. I'll say that. So just think about what may be causing your dog's resource guarding. Is he in pain? Is this a new behavior? What has changed in his life? And then think about that, and don't dismiss your intuition in the situation of thinking, oh, these two things happened at the same time. Are they related? Listen to your intuition in these things because it really does often lead you to the right answer. So hope that helps, and I will see you next time. All right, bye-bye.